going to hear it all summer long. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Two Nerds, One Quest. I am your host and DM, JC, here with three nerds because math is hard. The man there pointing at me and catching me mid-sentence, Tom M. Norman, playing Aranon.
What is going on, my homie?
I started watching the Shannara Chronicles again, and I almost called you Alanon, which is a character in the Shannara Chronicles. If you haven't watched the Shannara Chronicles, it's pretty decent.
How is it available?
Netflix streaming. It's an MTV production. That man right there asking me about it is Ryan Crixus Gupta in the Astros jersey, the 80s Astros jersey this morning.
It's a Nolan Ryan jersey.
Oh, no shit. It's even better.
Wow.
It is
And
even
my
better.
name is Ryan.
Yes, it is. How fantastic is that? It's a shame you couldn't get all the way around. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Those jerseys always remind me of the More You Know thing. The rainbow, you know, the do. Yeah.
And knowing is half the battle.
Go Joe.
And that last voice you just heard right there is the Lore Master, the Lazy Dragon, joining us again after a brief stint away, which will be a common thing come summer. So.
Yeah, it's a thing.
It's a thing. It's just a thing. He disappears like
Like a ghost moose?
Magic man.
like the ghost moose.
Look at Ghost Move.
Now you
Way
see
to
me?
dial it back.
No, you don't.
He disappears like the pencil on the table. Joker. Ta-da!
Except less painful.
I
Hopefully.
think so. He seems to have both his eyes still, too.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's an interesting question, because you were not here last week, but you did watch the episode. Do you
Yeah,
have a
of
recap
course.
for us?
Yes, I did. I got all kinds of notes.
I hope there's a limerick in there, too, somewhere.
All right. So they started off the episode delivering the letters to Speaker Matthew in Tourmaline. They got some information about issues in Lonelywood, and then they learned about the hobby of the speaker, baking. Not bacon, but baking. So they decided to procure some baking supplies as bargaining. Went and slept at the east side, where Crixus avoided the flirt from Marta for the time being. Next day, they hopped on the trail to Lonelywood, which is a little town in the woods. They went to Speaker Nimsey's house and got cookies and found out about the moose and the logging camp. So they headed, instead of spending the night in a nice warm house with cookies, they went on the cold trail out to the logging camp. And during their watches, Aranon and Crixus found a regular moose, so they have a reference of what a moose looks like. Nothing, everything else relatively uneventful. They spent the night, and I believe we begin our adventure with the rest of the loggers getting ready to haul out, and us getting ready to try to find a ghost moose. So, little limerick for you. From Tourmaline to Lonelywood's coast, and a speaker who's such a great host. They learned of a moose that is on the loose, but want to know if it's a ghost.
Oh, nice. Very, very nice.
As a side note, I would think Crixus and I would know what a moose looks like, right? Maybe?
Maybe. I had never... Tom Norman, it took me till I was 35 to see a moose in real life.
Really?
Yeah. I had never seen a moose in real life, like in person. I'd seen pictures of them, but how frequent are pictures in this world, honestly, other than hand-drawn ones? So,
I haven't seen any encyclopedia salesmen in my travels.
yeah.
I feel like pictures, I suppose real life is different, unless you go like to the zoo or something.
And would Aranon have been concerned with moose at all? Probably not. He was a city boy. I would think, right?
I mean, I guess that would make it be a plausible assumption, I guess.
I don't know.
That would make sense.
Sure, why not? Let's go with it.
Sure. Meh,
Sure.
sure.
Yeah. So, as you guys get up and you kind of walk out of the small little hut they got here for this logging camp, you see Bill and Riley just finishing climbing up into their wagon, and Dadan's throwing the last couple of chunks of wood up into theirs and strapping it down. Hespa's sitting in the front of that wagon ready to go. And Bill kind of looks over and waves and says, "Hey guys, good luck out there. I know it's kind of creepy. I hope you find it. I hope you can get rid of it for us." And you hear, those of you paying attention, it doesn't take much because he kind of does it. He kind of chuckles out loud, Dadan, as he's tightening down one of these straps. That damn thing doesn't. You. All right. He just doesn't want to give it the energy, but he's laughing at you guys. And they eventually pull away with their wagons and leave you guys sitting at this, what is essentially a stripped down cabin with cots, and there's still some wood around and stuff, but small logging camp. What would you like to do? It's cold. It's dark.
So like every other freaking day?
Yeah. Cold and dark like every other freaking day. There is some of the lights still in the sky, letting you know it is technically morning.
Well, I mean, we should have a discussion about whether we want to go 2-on-2 or if we want to stay all four of us together. I know Doc has his horn of calling, whatever the hell it's called, so he can let the other group know if they find something. So if we maybe run...
As long as you're within, 300 feet? 300 yards, Doc?
I want to say 500 feet, but I will
500
check.
feet?
Do I hear 1,000? Give me 1,000. Give me 1,000. 1,000 feet? 1,000 feet? Give me 1,000.
It is 600.
600 feet.
So nobody was right.
300 yards. No. 200 yards.
Correct.
Math is hard. Damn imperial system. Doesn't make any sense. What would you like to do? Ellie, when you actually inquire about splitting up, she seems kind of reluctant to. She's I kind of like, maybe we can spread out a little bit and have, like, you ahead of us like we normally do, but I don't know about splitting us up.
How's the weather today?
Clear. You can actually see the lights in the sky. There's a sliver of a moon in the sky.
No storm, nothing
There's
crazy?
no storm. There's no wind. It's actually eerily, like, this is a good, like, day to go and track stuff. It's eerily quiet. Once the wagons get out of earshot, you're left with just the sounds of the woods around you.
Alright, if the weather's clear, I'm okay with splitting up if we need to, or doing like a sweep, spread out in a line and we can cover more ground that way, I think.
May not be a bad idea, spreading out in a line. I could get behind that, she says.
Yeah, that seems like it would make sense. So here's the question. Do we want to do a circle around the camp and work our way out, or do we just want to head in a direction?
Yes.
What we should do is go out one area about 200 yards or so, 300 yards, and then kind of make circles and then come back together and see if we can find any tracks or anything for a start. Otherwise, we're just kind of finding a needle in the haystack.
I like that idea.
All right. We just have to be sure we don't follow the same tracks to the same moose. All right, so I'm going to get my stuff all together and get ready to go.
Yep, you guys pack up all your stuff. You get ready to go out. You start heading out. I need you guys to make, and because of your technique you're going to use here, whoever makes this can have it at advantage, a survival check. because you're being assisted by the others.
My survival is
I
plus
guess
5.
not me.
Plus 5.
Not me.
I have +6, so
I
I'll
was gonna
probably
say-
make it.
I thought it was Crixus, typically.
Ooh, we'll take it.
17.
We'll take it.
17. Yeah. You find another set, a different set of moose tracks. Can you roll a d6 for me?
Indeed. Nice. 4.
4. All right. And you follow these tracks along for a while, for about 2 hours or so. Can you roll a d20 for me then?
Uh-oh. Lucky number 7.
Lucky number 7. Yeah. They start winding back on themselves, and you're following them. They get a little hard to follow at one point, and you start heading off in a direction where they eventually stop. And it's kind of weird. It looks like they stop out there. Just dead. There's like nothing suddenly. These moose tracks are gone.
Hmm. Can I search around for any, I don't know, anything like a cave or something where?
Yeah, make an investigation check.
13?
13? Yeah, you don't see anything around. You see some other animal tracks, some bird tracks, some rabbit tracks and stuff in the snow, but these moose tracks seem to end almost as if they were either magically placed or it was magically removed from the area.
Interesting. Well, we've got a good lead, I think, so.
Can you give me another survival check, Crixus? As
Maybe
you're
the moose grew wings.
kind of leading this.
It is a ghost moose. Maybe it decided to stop leaving tracks.
What was it?
At advantage?
No, just a normal one at this point.
Alright, hold on then. Don't ignore that one.
I
Was it
don't
a
have
bad
the-
roll?
I don't have the thing open.
No, it wasn't 11.
11? Yeah, you do find your bearings based on the stars in the sky and the clearings that you can see up through in the woods. You do realize where you are. You guys set out to make another sweep to try and find different moose tracks. Go ahead and make this survival check at advantage. That last one was just to make sure you didn't get lost.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, don't get us lost.
Wow.
Crixus.
24.
24. Yeah, that is fantastic. Can you roll a d6 for me? You find another set of moose tracks. It's different from these. It's in a completely different area.
See what you mean, Jeff. Now I want ice cream too.
Oh,
1.
Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
1. As you wander around for probably about another 2 hours following these tracks, can you roll a d20 for me? I really like how this is written.
12.
12. Ooh, this will be fun. As you're wandering around,
Jesus.
You come over the crest of this little hill, and sweeping up from the base of the hill is this spectral spirit that just screams. It sees you and just goes straight towards you and screams. I need you guys to roll initiative as this banshee comes howling up this hillside at you guys.
My least favorite fight in BioShock is like the banshee that keeps screaming.
Oh,
Alright.
Natty 1 plus 4 equals 5.
Aaron, I'm with a 5.
18.
Niner.
Crixus with a 9. 18 for Doc.
Yep.
And Ellie's got a... where's her character sheet? Come on, Ellie, where are you? I gotta find a way to keep my phone on during this initiative. Using the Rime of the Frost Maiden dice, she's got a 10. Just ahead of Crixus.
Are those dice pretty cool? They look pretty cool.
They're kind of neat. They're fun. The digital dice,
Mm-hmm.
I have a couple of different sets from various things. They're all very kind of fun. I missed out on pre-ordering Van Richten's, but there's that smoky set of dice for that one's really freaking cool too. Let's see, I need the Banshee to roll here. Ooh, that's kind of low.
Hey,
Probably good for you guys.
Since we're all in that same campaign, can we see those dice? Can we use those dice, or are we stuck with what we purchased?
I don't know if you can share dice. I don't think you can
think
share
so.
dice.
Part of your account.
Yeah. All right, Doc, you have the initiative as this Banshee comes rolling up the hill.
I'm just gonna,
Alright.
I'm just gonna sit down on the log for a while because it's gonna be a while before I get started.
Is it within 25 feet?
Yes, we'll say that because it kind of caught you off guard. In fact, we'll say it's 25 feet away.
Okay, I would like to move 25 feet towards it,
Okay.
and I will attempt to see if axes hurt banshees.
Okay.
So, attack 1. 23 to hit,
20 feet
9
ahead.
damage,
Absolutely
And
hits.
and it's slashing if it matters.
I gotta
From
do
the bulwark smasher, which I think is magical.
You said 9 slashing?
Yep. Second attack.
Okay.
20 to hit
Yes, 20 hits.
and 15 damage.
15. Ooh, nice roll.
I think I'm gonna save my action surge, so I will just hold position.
Okay. That brings us to Ellie. Who is, let's see, what is she going to do? She is going to turn the page here.
I feel like a sacred flame would really help Crixus.
Yeah, Sacred Flame.
I mean, I'm all about it. I just have to hit with it.
That's, yeah, she'll... Oh, Guiding Bolt, I think, is what you were looking for. She doesn't have
Guiding
Guiding Bolt
Bolt.
prepared right now, for whatever reason. Either that or it's much higher. No,
She didn't rub her
but-
feet enough on the carpeting before leaving the cabin to get guiding bolt ready.
No. No, she did not. She'll do a Sacred Flame, though.
Yeah. Is there somebody around that she can rub their head for? some
That's her
static?
damage if this Banshee misses this save, which is she needs a 15 deck save. And she makes it, so she... Is it half on Sacred Flame? Oh no, it's Save or Suck, because it's a cantrip. Okay, so Ellie launches a Sacred Flame out of her hands at the Banshee, and the Banshee kind of like does this apparition, like basically splits herself down the middle and lets that bolt of fire just sail through her and hit a tree behind her, and it kind of forms back and she screams again, looking at Ellie. Crixus, it is your turn.
Great. So I will cast a guiding bolt.
Hey, how about that? There we go.
22 to hit.
22 hits.
There's all that dice. 15 damage.
15 damage. Alright.
And then next attack has advantage.
Okay. Anything else you're doing? Moving or anything?
I'm just going to kind of send Ellie, like, gesture for her to kind of flank the Spectre.
Okay. Then it is the Banshee's turn. The Banshee is going to... She's been wailing as she's been coming up this hillside, but she seems to... It seems to amplify suddenly. It goes from just like a wailing to an all-out screeching, and it makes you want to grab your ears as she lets out this absolutely mournful wail. I need each of you to make a Constitution saving throw.
23.
19.
16.
Ooh. So Ellie is grabbing her ears when when this banshee wails. I gotta get this right. And her eyes roll up in her head, and her lids close, and she slumps into the snow, unconscious.
Yikes.
Let me adjust her hit points appropriately. And then the rest of you, because you saved, take 11 points of psychic damage as this wail pierces through you.
That is not nothing.
Aranon, this banshee just straight up wailed. Ellie fell over. You are racked with pain. Your head just feels like it's about to explode. What would you like to do?
Well, I just checked my stash for Excedrin or Tylenol or something, and I don't have any. So, how far away? 20, less than 30?
25 feet. Yep,
All
just
right.
25 feet from you.
So I'm gonna do my hand crossbows. Right
Okay.
hand. 20.
Nice. Yep.
That one was with advantage because of the guiding.
Oh, yeah.
bolt.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. I will roll again. Come on, natural 20. Come on.
Get that natty.
Yeah, 25.
25.
Better.
That is better. It hits.
For 5 piercing damage.
5 piercing damage. Okay. Doc, all your swings were with the Bulwark Smasher, right?
Correct.
Yeah, all right. And then yours. Okay. Yep, got it. Never mind. We're good. Second attack, Norm?
Yes, I'm going to use my
Fair enough.
offhand.
Yep.
So here's a question. Offhand, I get my hit DC, right? I get my bonus, or I do not get my bonus in offhand.
Yep. For the hit, not for the damage.
Okay, that's
Typically.
what-
Correct, yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right, 26 to hit.
Oh, yeah. That hits.
Ooh, and a 6.
6. Okay. Both of those shots as they went through didn't seem to do as much damage as you thought they would. Back to the... Did you want to move at all?
Is there anything I can kind of... Are there any big trees I can kind of hop behind? And kind of shield myself a little bit?
Yeah, there are larger trees.
All right, I think I'm going to...
Some half
I'm going to go...
cover going on.
Yeah, I'm going to go move behind a tree and get some cover going.
Trying to hide behind something.
I don't know how well I'm
Does
going to hide if it's looking at me, but...
The dual wielding uses the bonus action, right, Jeff?
I think what we said with the crossbows, because he was able to dual wield them, even though typically you wouldn't be able to, but he can't reload them.
Mhm.
So that
Yeah.
essentially would have taken his bonus action to fire it.
Okay, yeah. That's what it is. So you can move behind a tree. You can't necessarily hide behind a tree because
Yeah.
your bonus action was for that second attack. That's kind of what I was getting at.
Good deal.
All right, so you move behind the tree. We move back to Doc. Doc, you
Just
saw Ellie collapse to the ground next to you.
Oh, hey, here's a question.
Yes.
Would I have
Yes.
gotten sneak attack with my first shot since Doc was engaged?
Yes.
and you had advantage. Yeah.
And you had advantage from the guiding bolt. So yes. Go
All right.
ahead and roll a d6.
My 3d6?
3d6.
Or 3d6, yeah.
8.
8. Okay. Perfect.
I almost forgot about that. I'm scrolling through
Yeah,
my
you don't want to
actions
forget
and my...
about that as a rogue.
No.
That's- That is the large thing. Like,
Alright.
you're designed to blow your wad early in battle and be done. Kind of. Unless you can hide again. Doc, we're back at you.
This is obviously a threat, so just continuing attacking.
Mhm.
You. 10, I'm assuming, does not hit.
Does not hit.
14.
14 does hit. You like swing and she kind of zips out like this, and you're like, and come back and clobber her back the other way.
All right. 9 damage.
9 damage.
And now with Ellie down, he's definitely going to use his action surge and go
Okay.
for 2 more attacks.
All right.
8 misses, I'm assuming.
Yep.
There we go. 22 to hit.
Yep.
And 8 damage.
8 damage. Okay. Ellie. Let's do this. How do I do this? It only allows me to
Yes.
manage it.
Very carefully.
Is it
Only
that
allows me to
saving
manage it.
throws?
I wanted to do this so that it would pop up in the timeline so you knew what I was doing. But I guess I just got to roll this because it's a Constitution saving throw for these. Let's see, Constitution saving throw. And that is a success. So she is... Oh, nope, not a failure, a success. So she's got 1 success. Those are death saving throws, by the way.
Yeah.
If you
So
didn't pick
noted.
up on it. Crixus.
All right, so Crixus is going to. I am going to.
So that was a potential party wipe situation where if we all
Yeah, if you all fail that saving throw on that whale, yeah, you guys are dead.
That felt pretty clear to me, actually. this creature's not messing around with us right now.
I don't like that at all.
Jeff have
All right.
experienced a similar character to this in
So,
my other
all
campaign.
right.
Mhm.
Crixus is going to run to Ellie's side,
Mhm.
put a hand on her shoulder, and cure wounds. See if
Okie
that
dokie.
brings her back here. So 13 on that.
13. That changes. So she's up. Or
And
she
then-
kind of turns her head and opens her eyes and it's like, ah.
And then I'm going to just try a Sacred Flame then.
Okay.
I think Cure Wounds and Sacred Flame are both actions.
Are they both?
Is that true? Yeah, that's right. You're right.
Yeah, if
So
you
that's not
you
happening.
use Healing
Yep.
Word instead of Cure Wounds, I think Healing
Healing Word
Word's
is a bonus action.
Yeah.
But it's also like your ranged heal too. So
bad decision then. So what I'll do instead is
excuse me. Cure Wounds is a level 1 or greater spell. I was gonna say you could Spiritual Weapon as a bonus action, but that's also a level.
I'll just give I'll give Doc Bardic Inspiration.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Ooh. Ooh.
that's a thing.
That's a new thing, and that's a thing.
Yeah, so
Kind of a fun thing.
and then I'll I'm gonna get as close to the specter as I can. Just
Okay.
like
Right up, shield up.
bastard.
Okay. In response, the specter looks at you, and its face goes from being like this kind of womanly-looking thing. It kind of opens up, and there seems to be these spectral snakes and worms, and you see a spider climb in there. There's a hand that actually reaches out from all of that, this gnarled, twisted, skeletal hand with these long fingernails that actually reaches out to you. All of you, being within range of this, need to make a wisdom saving throw. As this horrifying visage just morphs in front of you and becomes incredibly creepy.
Even if I'm behind a tree and can't see her?
You didn't say you stopped looking at her.
Oh, well, fair enough. I
I
tried.
imagine you'd still be trying to know where she is.
9.
12.
13.
Let's see. I need Ellie's thing. Ability saves.
You have to get
Her
better at
saving
this.
throw for wisdom is. Oh, she's fine. Who said 12?
I did.
And anyone else under 13?
I
Yeah,
had 13.
Okay, so
me.
you're safe, Doc. Ellie's safe. Crixus and Aranon, you are frightened for 1 minute of this creature.
Oh, and I forgot my brown trousers again. Scoot Jack, you forgot to remind me to bring my brown trousers.
You have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of your fear is within sight, and you willingly cannot move closer to it.
That makes sense.
I'm okay with
Okay.
that.
It sounds exceptionally horrifying.
Yeah, you can't get any closer to it, and you have disadvantage on your attacks and saving throws, and it's... Hindsight, she should have done that first and then wailed. That might have gotten more...
I don't know. The whale's pretty good.
Okay. Okay. So that's what the Banshee did. Aranon, it is your turn. So you cannot move any closer to it. You can still attack it if you like.
Oh, I'm attacking. I'm definitely attacking. I don't know how I'm attacking.
We'll throw some daggers.
Well, I mean, I have my short bow, but
Pull your short bow out. That's going to be better than the daggers. I mean,
yeah.
you can't have double disadvantage, so throwing the daggers might work well too. You're already at disadvantage. You might as well. Up to you.
Yeah,
bow or
sadly, then
daggers.
with disadvantage, no sneak attack.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna stick with my. I'm gonna stick with my short bow.
No sneak attack, but the fact that you're in combat with it, Doc.
No, disadvantage automatically eliminates all possibilities of sneak attack.
Yeah, I understand that, but
Okay.
it's a balanced roll, is what I was going to say. Correct? Because it's
Uh,
engaged with you. You normally.
I mean, I
Oh
don't-
no,
I don't think it gives
no,
an
that's
advantage.
never. No. Being engaged does not. I get that messed up in my head because that's a flanking roll from Pathfinder. It's just something
Yeah.
that applies to sneak attack in 5e. That's where my head got it. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. He gets sneak attack if you are engaged with him. That's what it is.
As long as he doesn't have the disadvantage.
All I gotta say is he better have bought you a damn nice ring. You're worth it, Doc.
Knew that.
10.
So what are you doing, Aaron?
10 to hit.
10 to hit, 10 misses. Banshee kind of peels out of the way again, sidesteps, lets that bolt go sailing through. Thunk! It's a tree behind it.
All right, that's it. That's all I
Okay.
got.
All right, then we move back to Doc.
Which makes me sad.
Continuing and not afraid, so not at disadvantage.
All right.
Got that bardic inspiration, but now I think I want to save it for a saving throw because this is getting weird.
So quick question, what does Bardic Inspiration do?
Ryan, would you like to read the spell?
Yeah, I can definitely do that. A creature other than myself within 60 feet once for 10 minutes, the creature can add a d6 to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. This can be added after seeing the throw, but before knowing what happens.
That seems like it would be helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's very
so, like-
helpful.
For example, right now I rolled a 4, plus 6 would be 10. Do I think that rolling a d6 would actually make it hit? Not if I roll a 1 through 3, probably at least. So I'm going to go with I will just save it for another time and take my second attack. That'll work. 24 to hit.
24 hits.
And 11 damage.
11 damage. Okay.
How's it looking?
It's
Any noticeably different? Anything?
It's really hard to tell with like
It's already way too
ethereal
ugly.
form like this. It's like a kind of ghostly.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it looks kind of bad.
All right. Well, I got a bonus
It's definitely
action.
ugly at this point.
I will. Might be overkill, but I'm going to use my second wind just to make sure. So I will roll a d10 and gain some hit points.
All right.
Yeah, I feel like snakes coming out of his face with another hand coming out of his face makes it look not attractive.
Yeah, not at all.
And puts me back up to full. So cool. And I'll be done.
All right. Ellie is on the ground. She looks up at Crixus. She says, "Thank you," and stands up, and she is going to. As she stands up, she wobbles a little bit on her feet, and she's like, boy." And I think she's going to cast a low-level Cure Wounds on herself to just give her a couple more hit points here. Let me get to her spells here. Yeah. She's going to hit herself with a low-level Cure Wounds. Oh, of course, she rolls a 1. Still gives her 8 hit points, but... No, not 80. Holy crap. 8. Play. She kind of nods at Doc, and then she goes to try and find a place to... Not that she can hide, but she uses the rest of her movement to kind of get behind a tree. Get a tree between her and this horrifying thing. Crixus.
She didn't try to hide behind my tree, did she?
No.
Pile up.
Crixus has a look of sheer terror on his face, and Crixus is going to cast a spiritual weapon
Okay.
and have that spiritual weapon attack. Sorry, excuse me, just one second. Have that spiritual weapon attack.
All right. And roll the damage for that. Or the attack roll for that, sorry.
Yep. 16 to hit.
Absolutely hits.
And 10 damage.
Ooh, 10 damages. That's nice.
And then hiding behind my shield, I'm just going to swing out with my hand axe.
Okay.
So already at disadvantage.
This is a +1 hand axe, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
And just wildly 10.
10. You miss. You swing with your hand axe. You don't want to see it. You're just kind of like get away, get away. All right. The Banshee pulls it where it's kind of been spread out a little bit, taking up the full 5 feet. It rises up, basically pulling in all the ethereal energy, extends its arms, and this ethereal longbow just kind of extends from both sides of its hand, and it draws back this arrow and releases it at Aranon. Nat 20. So that hits.
You don't want to ask if that hits my armor class?
It hits either way.
Gosh, this.
Yeah. Actually, I can. I have a
Well, what do you have? 'Cause you got-
uncanny dodge. When an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to have the attack's damage against you. Yes. Yes, please.
All right. So you end up taking 12 necrotic damage total. That's halved already. It would have been 24.
It's a good
Oh.
change.
Hang on, make that 13 because it would have been 26. I forgot to add the +2.
That one extra one's gonna be the death of me.
That's gonna be the thing that knocks you unconscious later.
Uh huh.
And it won't be this fight, and you guys will forget to rest or something, and then some rabbit will come up and just bite you on the toe or something. You'll pass out.
And he's down. He tripped over a log. He's down.
Doc, go ahead and take an AO as she pulls back 40 feet from you. Oh,
And you're muted.
16 to hit
Mm-hmm.
and 7 damage.
7 damage. She pulls back. She's now 40 feet away from Doc and Crixus
Sucks.
and Ellie, and she's probably 60 feet or so away from Aranon. 60 or 65. I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt saying 60. Aranon, here we go.
Well,
Can't
Yeah.
get closer, right? Because you're
mean-
feared.
Mm-hmm. You're feared. Oh, make a saving throw. Both Crixus and Aranon. You guys get those at the end of your turn against that
Got it.
fear.
Ooh. Maybe
Uh,
not
wisdom?
feared.
Wisdom
Wisdom.
saving throw. Yep.
I am not wise, so this will be tough.
I do have a 17 on that.
Okay, you saved Crixus, so you're no longer afraid.
Oh,
I am.
sorry. Is that at disadvantage because of the frightened?
Oh yeah, that would be against.
I don't-
It's its own ability setting that.
right, so
yeah.
Actually, even at disadvantage, 17 and 18. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then you're clear of it. Aranon,
5 and 19.
5 and 19. So you're still afraid of it. Crixus, you can no longer be scared by it for the next 24 hours. Same with you, Doc, because you succeeded on the first one. And Ellie can no longer be frightened by it. We were on the Banshee. It's Aranon's turn. So Aranon's still frightened of it, so he can't move closer to it. His disadvantage on attacks added, and it's
Yeah.
60 feet away.
I'm gonna sling another arrow at it. Throw that arrow. At disadvantage, I am going to get a nat 20 because I'm gonna get double 20s.
Ooh, I like that confidence.
15.
15. 15 does hit it.
Ooh.
It's not your nat 20, but the 15 does hit it. Is your bow magical at all?
I wish.
You wish there's no +1 or anything to it?
Nope.
Okay.
My short
So you
sword
said
is
8?
my short sword is magical. It's got a +1.
Yeah.
Yes, and then 7 damage.
7 damage
Mm-hmm.
for... Wait, you said 8? I'm
You
confused.
said 8.
You had a 15 to attack,
Yeah.
and then it was 7 damage.
Yes.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. Like, what?
I mean, 15 minus 7 is 8, but I don't know how that correlates. To anything.
I thought you were saying +8, like because we were talking about the short sword is +1 and it is +8,
No.
and so you said +8, and I said yes. Because my short sword is +1 +8.
Fair enough.
That is math done the right way.
Math. Yes. Math done the right way. There's a show title for you. See, that was Aranon. Aranon, are you going to try and do anything? Because you have a bonus action and a movement yet. Would you like to
No,
try
I mean
and
I'm still.
hide?
Can I hide if I'm scared?
Yeah, it's a bonus
Actually,
action.
can I get advantage on hiding if I'm scared?
Yeah, that makes sense. Honestly, I'll give you advantage on your hide check because you're frightened of this thing. That makes a lot of sense. I like that idea.
All right. What am I doing to hide?
Stealth. The stealth check. Which ends up actually, because it's an ability check, it ends up being just a straight roll because we would have disadvantage otherwise because you're frightened.
14.
14. Okay, you get behind the tree with 14. Make your wisdom saving throw to try and break your fear.
I rolled down in the snow and covered myself in snow. What? Wisdom?
Wisdom saving throw to try and break your fear. At the end of your turn.
Break that fear.
Is that disadvantage, by the way?
It doesn't matter. 5.
5. Okay, you're still frightened of this thing. You are behind this tree so far that, yeah.
I am inside the tree.
You are inside the tree. You found a knothole that you can climb in and found a way in there.
I'm like a kid.
Aaron's eyes blinking inside the darkness.
I'm like a kid hiding where they cover their eyes. You can't see me.
Yeah, exactly. I know you don't see me. I'm not here. Doc, you are 40 feet away from this banshee that has flown away from you and taken pot shots at your friends with this spectral bow.
All right. I don't know that it's going to be that effective, but I do have 2 javelins, so I'll run ahead 25 feet, so I'll be within 15 feet of it, and I will throw the first javelin. 16. I'm sorry,
hits.
15 to hit.
That hits.
For 8 non-magical damage.
Okay.
And same attack roll for 5 non-magical damage with the second javelin.
Okay.
And that is all I got.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not doing my job properly. Where's that
El-
sword class? Here we go. I'm making sound effects.
Making sound effects. Yeah. Ellie, she's gotten up. She's healed herself. She took some cover behind a tree, and she is going to. How far? That's got a range. God, what's she got for? Do you have anything that goes that far? Oh, her spiritual weapon goes that far. There we go. That's something. Yeah, she's gonna cast a. What does spiritual weapon at a higher level get? Not that
It might get extra
I'm not
dice.
sure.
Is it extra dice? I'll have
Gets
to
a high
look it
five
up.
and a pat on the back.
I'm on.
Actually-
The damage by 1d8 for every 2 slots above second level.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. She is actually going to. Oh, how far away is it? It's 40 feet away from her, ish. 40, 45. Yeah, she's gonna do a sacred flame, so it gets a dex saving throw. And it's dexterity. It fails its dex saving throw, so it is going to take 6 points of radiant damage. Check its resistances and stuff here. Okay. All right. Takes 6 points of radiant damage. Kind of howls a little bit when that happens. Again, a banshee wailing.
Did you level her to 6?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay.
I did. I did it prior to last week too, but we never had any comments, so it didn't matter.
Okay. It gets
I didn't-
the extra d8, right? So.
Yeah, I didn't have the. Yeah, she's got that was 2d8. Yeah, sadly 6. 2d8. It was a 2 and a 4.
Here's hope.
Thanks for checking.
Yeah. No, I couldn't take sorcerer. Remember, she didn't have the requirements to take sorcerer.
Right.
We had that.
We talked about that.
Yeah. All right, so that's her Crixus.
All right. Crixus is feeling a little more emboldened, but the creature backed away. So Crixus is going to use all his movement and the spiritual whip as well, but the spiritual whip only gets 20 feet, so we're just going to move a little closer.
Okay.
And then
So you move to within 30. What's your movement? 30? You're 10
30.
feet away.
And then I'm going to Sacred Flame myself.
Excellent.
I mean, I am also going to Sacred Flame.
Please
Thanks for
do not
clarification.
sacred flame yourself.
I'd like to sacred flame myself.
It's one way to stay warm.
Fair.
Let's see.
So I need a dex saving throw.
That's a nat 1 on that dex saving throw, so full damages.
Can you do better than 6?
4.
Was that with 2 dice, Ryan?
Yeah.
You had the extra D8 on that one?
Sure was.
D&D Beyond does not like these extra D8s, apparently.
But thanks for asking.
She takes that, she wails, she turns that bow right at you, Crixus, and releases an arrow. Does let's see, a 13 hit you?
No.
No, it does not. So she releases a spectral arrow. You kind of,
Fucked it with the shield, man.
yep, and it kind of sails off, dissipates into the air. And she is going to move another 40 feet away. Wow, she is a bitch.
I don't like this at all. When you say things like that, that makes me very, very nervous.
She got 40 feet of movement. She can just keep backing off and shooting at you guys. All right, that moves us on to Aranon. You are now
105.
105 feet away. You believe you're hidden.
I'm
So
still
you would
afraid.
You would get sneak attack damage from being hidden, correct? That's how that works.
Do I still get it if I'm afraid?
Not with the disadvantage.
Oh, no, yeah, not with the disadvantage.
All right.
Disadvantage on your attack. With your short bow. Your short bow's range goes to 150? Or 300?
It's 8320.
8320. Oh, Jesus. Short bow's 8320?
320 is...
Long bow's 150, 600, right? Then?
Yeah, the 320 is just at disadvantage, which you already have anyway, so
Yeah.
it's not really a penalty for you right now.
All right. I am going to keep doing that because it doesn't pay for me to get any closer.
You can't get any closer. You're trained.
Also true, I cannot get any closer.
Math is hard.
No, that's not. It has nothing to do with math. It has poop in my pants. 10.
10 misses. As you
Gosh,
release arrow. Banshee just gently slides out of the way. It's like she knows freaking out. So go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw at the end of your turn. You can move trees and hide if you'd like to as well before you make your saving throw.
No, I'm still gonna keep my distance yet since I have such a long distance on my short bow.
Yeah, I'm just saying you could oh yeah, it doesn't matter because you get the disadvantage from being frightened.
Mm-hmm.
Tom, if you were able to hide and you did break the fear, you'd be hidden and have advantage then.
I got an
So
18 on my
first-
wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
So can I hide?
No. That's what I was kind of saying. I was trying to get you to not announce that you made your wisdom
Oh,
saving
I
throw,
gotcha. Well,
because that marks the end of your turn.
okay. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm good.
So then we'll go to Doc.
It's getting too far away,
Yeah.
and I only had the 2 javelins, so now I would be throwing things at disadvantage. I think, I guess for one turn, I guess we'll do full movement of 25 and dash for 20, so I'll be 10 feet away from it. And that's my turn.
10 feet away from you. Okay. Doc moves up
Unless
to the-
unless the 5 feet away from it means within 5 feet of it, then I would get close enough to attack. But if it's at still a 5-foot gap, then no. Then I'll
Still
stay
gap.
back 10 feet just and looking back to see where everyone else is, if anyone else is actually following. But that's about all I can do.
I'll wave at you from another 100 feet behind and say hi.
You probably say, "What the fuck are you doing? Don't go." Oh no, you're not afraid of it anymore.
Nope.
Let's see. Ellie is going to. She is going to. If I can pull her character sheet up. Again, I should find a way to not do this. She will do her thing that she's been doing, which is the Sacred Flame. And it's going to dex save throw. And it fails. So she gets her Sacred Flame for 8. Average.
Nice.
And she just assesses the battlefield where everyone is, and she's comfortable doing what she's doing. This is good. Staying away. It's so. She'll yell to Doc, "Come back, Doc. It's not worth it if she's running." And it's Crixus's go then.
So Crixus's thought process on this, and I assume I'm 50 feet away now. Is that kind of how this works? So, Crixus doesn't want to have to fight this in addition to the moose, so he's gonna gear up as he thinks she's kind of fleeing, and try to hit her with a big guiding bolt at 3rd level.
Ooh, nice.
So let's hope this works out. And I don't have disadvantage on this anymore.
Correct, because you're no longer afraid.
Yeah.
What's? Oh yeah, you got range on.
10.
10 misses. Oof. Big guiding bolt right into the tree next to her.
Swears at himself and continues to advance as much as he possibly can, knowing she is way more nimble than he is.
What is her intelligence? Oh yeah, she's got pretty decent intelligence. She is going to, seeing as how the people at range are lobbing stuff at her, and it's either doing small amounts of damage or missing her entirely, she's going to focus on the one that is chasing her and turn her arrow to Doc. 16 hit you?
That is my armor class.
All right. Then you take... wow. 14 necrotic damage.
Okay.
And she'll back off another 40 feet. This is getting weird. So she is 90 feet from Crixus at this point. She is
145 for me.
50 feet from Doc, 145 from Ellie and Aranon. Which is going to give Ellie some issues next time she's around. Aranon, it's you. 145 feet away. You're no longer afraid. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid.
Because I don't want to be too far away from Doc and Crixus, I'm going to move up to the... Is there another... Because I got, 30 feet I can go?
Yeah. You can move up 30 feet, find another tree.
Yeah, I'm going to move
stand by.
up 30 feet and get another big tree to hide behind.
So you're going to be at 115 then. Do you like your bonus action to dash? And move another 30 feet and then use your action to attack? If you want to get even closer. I'm just saying that's an option.
I don't have dash in my bonus action.
You have a cunning action, which allows you your cunning action as a rogue.
Oh, yep, I
allows
see
you
it.
To
I was
dash,
looking at the actual
disengage,
titles.
and hide. So, would you like to do that? It's just a suggestion.
Yeah, I'll do that.
So that would put you at 85 feet away.
All right, and then I'll use my short bow.
All right. Use your short bow. Go ahead and make an attack.
18.
18 hits.
Roll that dice. Come on, jerk. 7 damage.
7 damage. Aranon, how does ethereal thing die?
What?
Mannequin.
Wow, math.
Oof. Did I just get it, or was it?
You just. It had
Wow.
6 at. So
Good dice roll. Good dice roll.
7 was right where you needed it
Pat
to
myself
be.
on the back.
6 would have done it too, but 7 was good.
All right. So as I shoot my arrow, it flies, and it, with the hand facing out, coming out of her face, it hits the hand in the middle, pins it to her forehead, and slams her into a tree. So she's stuck by hand, forehead, tree.
So this arrow hits this hand
The
to the
center-
forehead, hits
yep.
the tree, and there's a wail from her as it just and the wail slowly like dies off like a balloon running out of air. Like when you pull it to make it vibrate and go. And there's a very eerie silence that comes over the woods in that moment, when that last wail scream ends.
Well,
That was rough. Ellie says she comes walking up to you guys.
Was no moose.
No. Can we take a small break? We've been looking for this moose for 5 hours, and that took a lot out of me.
yeah, within the, I think it's 10 minutes that I get the bardic inspiration, I'd like to look for moose tracks so
All
that I
right,
can
yeah.
use my
Yep,
little
still
bonus. So is that investigation?
survival.
Survival. They're
Yeah.
both the same. So combined total of 11.
Combined total of 11. Yeah, you don't see any moose tracks
10
around.
plus 1.
You're still kind of distracted by the fight and what went on, and you're
All right.
mildly
I
concerned
would-
for Ellie. She doesn't look like she's doing so hot.
I would then also like to get in on the short rest.
Yep. So she gets D8s to rest up. I'm gonna do a couple of these. Oh, that's 4.
Yep, I'm gonna do a short rest as well.
Jesus. 4 and 5 is 16. She's gonna take 3 of them. And she will get, that'll be enough. So yeah, take some
That's good.
short rest and use any healing dice you want. Actually, she may do one more.
Bastard.
Yeah, she will. She will do one more.
I hate it when my dice roll from like a 5 to a 2 or a 4 to a 2. It's like,
Yeah.
you son of a bitch.
Yep, that is the worst.
Yeah, so
So
I
take
got
a short rest, gathering
70
around.
points back.
Yep. Gathering around, sitting around. She's back. She's 1 point off of her max. I don't know what anyone else got hit that would have damage if they used hit dice or whatnot.
I'm at
Yeah,
28,
I'm down.
28
Sorry,
of 45.
You should probably use some hit dice.
I did.
Yeah, you may want to use a few more, Aaron, because if you do end up encountering anything, I mean, that was a random encounter. Just so you know. Something that can happen while you're searching for the moose.
It's not even what we're looking for.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm gonna use.
This
2
isn't the
hit
moose we're
dice.
looking for.
I'm at
It's
38
not the
of
moose.
39 after that.
Nice.
Yeah, I used 1 hit dice. I'm at 63 out of 70.
So you guys take this short rest and you start up your search again. It's about midday. You've been searching about 5 hours. You've been out in the woods for about 6 hours at this point. Make a survival check at advantage. Crixus seems to be what you guys are doing, trying to find this moose. Looking for more tracks. Doc was unable to find any earlier.
Oh, I did pick up my javelins. So
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you this is pretty good. 25.
25. Can you roll a D4 minus 1?
Die says 2, so that is a 1.
Okay. Perfect. You've found a set of tracks, and you're following them, and they kind of lead over this little rise, and there's a snowy hillside in the distance with this like circular indentation in the side of it, and just kind of pointing up out of the middle is this triangular crystal that stands about 20 feet tall. On the far side is a 10-foot high berm, and there's evergreens all along the edge. It looks like, I don't know, these evergreens are growing on top of it and stuff, but it looks like it may be like, I don't know, make an intelligence check. Looking at it, it's something buried there.
All of us?
Sure, yeah.
14.
Oh, 18.
10.
You're not really sure immediately. Doc, you say it out loud. You said this looks like a sarcophagus of some kind.
This looks like a sarcophagus of some kind.
Huh.
North of the berm, there seems to be a gazebo made out of marble or ice or something on the far side. And south of this berm, there is a set of statues on granite pillars. It's like, it's hard to see how many there are. They kind of go around the corner from where you're at. The tracks lead down towards them.
What do you
Follow-
think, guys? Sure.
Follow the tracks. That's what we're here for.
Okay. So you head down. As
Can
you
we be
get-
sneaky?
Do you want to head down, be sneaky? You can be sneaky. Absolutely. Do you want to stealth down? Go ahead and make
Do I
stealth
even
rolls.
want to roll for stealth? I already know Ellie's not going to roll properly.
Oh, let me roll Ellie's stealth check on the app so you guys can all look at it and laugh.
Is she at disadvantage too?
Mm-hmm.
Doc got 17.
Her stealth checks are bad. How do I roll it at disadvantage?
Right-click.
Hold in.
Yeah. Disadvantage. There we go.
Oh, crap.
Both 9s. So she had an 8.
Rick just slips, and what apparently pots and pans roll out of his backpack.
And in slipping, he grabs Ellie's arm and takes her down with him and her armor in the snow and
That
ice.
sounds.
There's a ruckus
sounds
as you
right.
guys. Aaron's 10 feet ahead, just kind of looks back and is literally doing that, just shaking his head like, what?
I got a dirty 20 on my stealth.
You guys didn't even know Aaron had left yet. Then suddenly a big noise happened and he is already halfway down there and he turns around and looks back. He's like, oh.
It's kind of like driving with when you know, like, you ever make the joke when kids first get their license? Oh, let me know when you're going to leave so I can leave either 10 minutes before you or 10 minutes after you. I feel like that's kind of what we have to do with Ellie and stealth. Either I need to go ahead or she needs to go and I need to wait and then stealth up behind her.
She may be, like, you may want to send her in first and let her just be the
Yeah.
distraction.
We need a distraction. We have a distraction.
So after making a ton of noise and everything, you guys gather your stuff up and head down towards this area of the sarcophagus. These statues, as you get closer, there 6 of them that you can see. They're white marble statues. The slender robed figures all seem to be facing northward. The engraving on their face that gave them their real fine detailed facial features has been worn away by the wind, but you can tell they're elves. The ears still are very pointed, which gives you that indication that they are elves. Each one of them, they stand on top of a 7-foot high chunk pillar of granite.
Oh. This is an impressive location.
Mm-hmm.
And the moose tracks lead right up into this area.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Who wants
Is
to
it-
open the Hell Vault?
Well,
I was
it's
gonna
kind
say,
of open. There's a off to your left as you approach. There's a door that kind of leads down. There's also a gap next to this. There's like a rise. It's kind of platformed up, and you can't. You think there's got to be a way to get up there because the sarcophagus thing is sitting up there with these pillars on it. But this 20-foot high crystal you can see pointing out over the top of this. And as you approach this door that you see off to your left, there's an opening there that reveals this massive circular structure. And on the ground is you look at it, and it's actually kind of easy to tell when you first look at it. It looks like a sundial.
so here's
But
my. Oh, go ahead.
Instead of numbers there's circles that are cut in halves and quarters and varying shapes, and it's not hard to put together. You think this might actually be a moon dial.
So you said this whole thing is elvish?
All the statues are elvish,
Mm-hmm.
or
What-
at least elvish impersonators.
Wow. You know,
You don't know what to do with that.
I know exactly what to do with it. I hit the stop streaming button and just close
The
this
mute
shit
button.
down.
And we're gonna raid someone.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
get-
Thanks
I
for
get
coming,
to use
everybody.
I get to use all the dumb jokes with Norm because he hasn't heard them yet.
There. I do love it, so keep it up. I just
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If I wanted to shut the stream down on that, yeah, we wouldn't have a show because we would have stopped after the first session, I think. So no, going back to the elvish thing. Is there? Am I seeing anything that would let me know I speak Elvish? So would I be seeing any script? Any? Would this be? Would I know what this is?
There isn't anything on there that is that has any Elvish writing. You do know that there are some elves that have a particular connection to the moon. Let's see, are you looking? Let's see, you're just looking at the statues, right? Or did you actually go in by this moon dial thing?
Well, I think once I realized that they were Elvish, I would be looking for signs that this is an actual. I would be looking for Elvis. Got me saying Elvis now, damn it. Elvish script. You know, I'd be looking for song lyrics. I'd be looking for, bodysuits that glitter.
Okay.
Gates that
as-
say Graceland.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. So you look at the door there. There is nothing there. There's no handles on the door or anything either. It seems like a pushed-in rock door with almost no seam. Like there's no. You can tell it's a door, but you don't know how it opens or where it opens. Looking around for Elvish stuff.
Hey, I have a question.
Yes.
So, I don't know what the word is exactly, but in Lord of the Rings, he speaks the word. What is it? Enter.
Oh, friend. Speak
So I'll
friend.
speak friend and
your
enter.
voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do that. Because I've seen the Lord of the Rings. I'm gonna speak
You
friend.
saw that play in
Yeah, I saw that.
Neverwinter.
So
one time?
out of pure curiosity. I'm
So
gonna
you
go
say
with that.
friend in Elvish, and the dork looks at you, and Ellie goes, "That's just a play. That's not gonna work."
I'm gonna look at her and say, "You never know." And oftentimes these things come from real life. And somebody wrote it down.
That's, I suppose. Looking around some more, looking for Elvish script as you kind of explore this area, you find a set of stairs up the. If you're looking, I don't know if you put this map up.
I don't have this map. Oh wait, do I?
You do. It's one of the two I sent you. It was the one I said you may need the second one. There's a set of stairs on the eastern side that you do find that lead up to that sarcophagus.
I'll go up the stairs.
Yeah, you will.
Okay.
I'll join them.
Yep. This granite sarcophagus rests in a half circle defined by 5 crystal pillars.
What is it called, JC? Is it Revel's End?
No, this is
Or not Revel's End? It's
I sent it to you on the messenger on Facebook Messenger, just you. It's the Elven Tomb.
Oh, I don't think I ever got that.
Oh, you might not have got it. I sent it this morning, so
Oh, that
that's
would've
okay.
called me
No,
looking at
don't
Facebook this morning.
don't worry about it. We'll pull it up. We'll pull it up for next week because there's going to be more to explore. I'm tying this off here. So you go up. There's a sarcophagus here. It's covered in a layer of snow, with these 5 crystal pillars around it. Aranon, as you're looking for like Elvish script and stuff, you start clearing some of the snow off, and it reveals a brazier sitting on the on top of this sarcophagus. In the brazier, it's coated in ice from water and freezing in it, and you kind of clear the snow off. But in there is a twig frozen in this ice. There's a twig, a pine cone, and there's a feather in there, and the thing that's kind of disturbing is there's a severed human hand frozen in this brazier, all in the base of it.
Are there any tracks that we've seen other than the moose? Like any
The moose
people tracks?
No, the moose tracks led to the door. Actually, make an investigation check.
Seven.
You don't notice any other things.
Side note for people actually watching, you'll see a little white arrow on the right side of the map. Not sure why that's there, but it's not a part of the map.
Does it look like a cursor?
It looks
Yeah, it
like
looks
the
like you should be able to click over.
yeah. You cannot touch your screen and go to the next map.
Oh, it's one of those. Is this the one I sent you this morning?
Uh-huh.
Oh, then that's because I screen capped it.
Yeah, so it's the same with Lonely Wood too.
Yeah, both of those.
It doesn't.
This is- I tried sending them a different way this morning, see if they worked. They worked, but now we have extra artifacts on them.
Yeah.
So, what would you like to do?
Well, I missed the last 2 minutes because I was busy putting up an image. So I'll do whatever Doc
Well,
does.
Aranon, you found the sarcophagus. You went up the stairs and you found the sarcophagus.
Okay.
You were like clearing the snow off of it to try
hand.
and see it. And there's this brazier
Mm-hmm.
with a twig, a pine cone, a feather, and a severed human hand frozen in ice in the bottom of it.
So, would this be something that would be known? I'm half elf, so is this something that I would know is an elfish thing?
This doesn't sound anything elvish. It feels very strange. You can make an Arcana check. You don't even need an Arcana. Never mind. You don't need an Arcana check. You know what braziers for?
Braziers are meant to be lit.
Are meant for fire. That's actually, you could make an Arcana check. You guys could make an Arcana check.
Sure.
Not for the information that braziers are meant to be lit on fire. That's
Not
general
helpful.
knowledge. Not helpful.
I am helpful. 18.
18. You think this will actually activate something? Lighting this brazier will activate something within these runes.
I will tell everybody that. I'll say, I think, maybe possibly if we light this, something will happen. Maybe that'll open up that door below. Maybe it'll light us all on fire, but something may happen.
I'll light a torch.
You're gonna light a torch and then light the brazier?
I will hold the torch over the brazier and look at everybody, and then put the torch in the brazier.
I'm going to say, Doc, hold on. I'm going to take a couple steps back.
I mean, I'll hold on. Hence
Ellie
the
looks
pause.
at Aaron and takes a couple steps back with him. Crixus puts on his shield.
Bang my shield and get ready to rock.
The brazier eventually lights. When it lights, the sarcophagus is sitting there, and there's as air, like it was sealed, the cover was, and it kind of pops up and is a gap and shifts just maybe a centimeter. But the cover of this sarcophagus has come loose.
Aranon, go check it out.
Should we pop it open? Come on, you're strong.
Yeah, my -1 strength.
You feel like you could push the cover. You think make a strength check to do it. Actually, you don't even need to make a strength check. You would be able to. Wait, actually, no. Wait, what's your strength?
-1.
No, you wouldn't be able to push. You can push on it. It doesn't go very far.
All right.
I'll assist, or we can.
Okay. You all
I
kind of get
got
up there
14
and you
for
push it, and it slides open. The first thing you notice is a whiff of like pumpkin spice, which is really strange. But looking down into it, you see a mummy. And he sits up, turns his head, looks at you and says,
Are you my mummy?
"Can I help you?"
Are you my daddy?
And we'll stop there. Are you my mummy?
David
It's-
S. Pumpkins?
It sits up, turns and looks at you guys and says, "Can I help you?" And
Welcome to
stop
Dairy
there.
Queen.
Awesome.
Thank you, drive-through.
It's a
Yeah.
it's a Dairy Queen brazier.
There's the show title right there at the dying seconds of the podcast. Dairy Queen Brazier.
Be delicious.
So it's a pumpkin spice blizzard.
Oh,
It's a
I'm
special of the
gonna
day.
shut the cover back on it and. No. All right. Great show. Thanks for everybody for joining. Lots of interesting
Weird.
fighting. I'd say the fighting was educational.
Scary at first.
Yeah.
How are we gonna get our ass?
It's educational for the DM. I should have done the whale that gave you all this, or the facial thing that gave you disadvantage 1st, and then done the whale, so you all failed that. I gotta remember that.
Yeah, remember that to kill us faster.
Yeah, right. Thanks to everybody for showing up in chat. Thanks for talking with us. Thanks for watching. Thanks to everybody who will watch this in the future. Future people watching this, thank you for showing up. You can follow us on Twitter We're all on Twitter. Follow us on our Discord. Go to our Discord. Sign up. Put that link in the chat. And join up. We have some fun discussions every once in a while. I would like to... Oh, Discord? Yeah, I can spell. I would like to personally thank Mr. Cooch for putting his music thing in yesterday, because that involved me listening to A Perfect Circle for about 6 hours yesterday. I just put it on shuffle and just let it fly.
So you were in frickin' heaven for a long period of time yesterday.
I was.
I love it.
But yeah, join us. Have some fun. That's a great way to get a hold of us, ask us questions, pick our brains, share things you like, enjoy games, music, video, whatever. Support us. Go to patreon.com/2nerds1quest. We have some fun rewards, including monthly votes for interactions and battles and whatever it is JC, whatever he poops out of his mind and has you vote on. We also have some other pretty fun and unique rewards. So go to patreon.com/2nerds1quest. And if you don't do that, shame on you. But also share this with other people. Tell everybody else about it. Tell them you enjoy it. Give us some rating. Oh, we're not doing the podcasting anymore. Don't give us ratings. It doesn't matter. You're not going to rate us anywhere.
Follow the stream.
Follow the stream.
Follow the channel.
Twitch.tv/TomMNorm. So, for me, for JC, for Crazy Cooch, and for the Lazy Dragon, we are 2 Nerds, 1 Quest. Peace out, bitches!
How can I help you?